Hi, I'm Misty Winkler from Simply Convivial. Do you have a planner that helps guide your moment by moment decisions about what to do each day? Is it working for you? Every week inside Simply Convivial Continuing Education, we do a live troubleshooting session and answer questions like that. Today, I have a clip from one such session all about our daily cards and how to make them work for ourselves, because the same planning method is not going to work the same for everyone. We all need to learn how we work best and adapt and adjust accordingly. So let's dig into this troubleshooting session, and I hope it'll be a help to you. Daily card is a term that we use from Work the Plan for your daily to-do list. So you might have a planner, and the question is whether or not you use the planner, right? If we actually use what's written in the planner to direct our days. And the daily card can be just a card, just a Post-it, an index card, or it can be a section in the planner. But the point of it is to keep a very truncated, limited, small set of tasks for that day alone. So you make a list of the top priorities just for that day, and you redo that every day. You might make it the night before, or you might make it the morning of, but you're not making a daily card for every day of the week during your weekly review. Every day you're renewing really your task list and adjusting, because sometimes the needs and the priorities of where our attention needs to go for the day do really adjust on a day-by-day basis. And I think now more than ever, we recognize that. How do you decide what your daily 3 are? Yeah, it can be in all kinds of different formats. Are the tasks typically habitual things? Okay, these are all good questions, and I see some down here. How do you keep wishful thinking off the daily card? Mine turn into a daily brain dump. Yeah. So I struggle with knowing which 3. I figured that knowing what to put on the card, like that is the hardest part for everybody. And so what we have to remember as we do it, that one of the reasons why we do a daily card every single day is for the practice, and so that we keep iterating. We keep learning. We learn from the previous day and implement that the next day. So the more and more we practice, the better and better we get at knowing what needs to go on the list. So if you've made a daily card before and you find at the end of the day that really what I put on my list was wishful thinking and not what actually was important to do today, that's something to think about. That's something to then adjust moving forward. And so what I found when I recognized that as well was that I make a better daily list when I do it the night before rather than the morning of. And that's not like a universal thing. It really depends on person to person. But for myself, when I stop at the end of the day and I look at the list that I made for that day and see what did and didn't happen, I make a more realistic plan for the next day when I'm tired and wishing I had done what was on my list, and recognizing the wishful thinking or how things changed that day and made the priority shift, or recognizing, okay, I put that on my list and I didn't do it. I'm procrastinating that. It needs to keep going on the list, and I'm going to put it on there. In the morning, I feel more like, oh, fresh start, everything's possible. It's, I tend to be more energetic and optimistic in the morning. And so my to-do list will reflect that. So I make a more realistic to-do list if I do it the night before. Your mileage may vary, but the point really is to try it out, to try different times, to try different formats, to try different ways to write it out and learn. So think of each daily list as an experiment, and you can apply what you've learned to the next day's card. So these are things that frequently make it onto Stephanie's daily 3. Appointments, extra meal prep, neglected schoolwork, neglected or urgent housework, faltering habits, new habits I'm working on, time-sensitive work. At Simply Convivial, we do not believe in one-size-fits-all solutions, plans, or checklists. I'm all about teaching you the principles and the skills that you need to figure out what's going to work for you in your particular situation with your particular needs. If that's what you need, then make sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos, including my series on getting your life organized in 1 week. Check those out here. But always remember that your attitude is the most important part of your organization project. So, repent, rejoice, repeat. See you next time.